Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is another how to build video on the brand new buffed old Levi, which is free currently in the collab. And in my opinion, he's probably one of the better characters that could have been free. Maybe Mikasa would have been slightly better, but this Levi himself is actually very, very broken, mainly because of his passive and his kit and his relic, but we'll get into that in a little bit. First, of course, we're going to have a look at his substats. Pierce rate is very good. Resistance is okay, regenerate, don't care. Crit chance is low, crit damage very high, resistance isn't too bad, crit defense is actually very good, recovery rate don't care, and lifesteal is actually very good as well. So, on to his cards. First card he has is a Spike card, which is also very good for Levi because he has extremely high crit damage, and trust me, you can get it even higher with his relic. Onto his second skill, which is a Despair AoE, which is okay for Levi. He does guarantee crit, so he will guarantee get the healing, which is really nice, especially because nowadays lifesteal or healing is a pretty common thing. You got Demon King with his all-stat boost, and he heals so much. Got Melee with the same thing. Demons have a lot of lifesteal in general, so it's always nice to have a nice lifesteal card for a character that already has decent lifesteal the way it is. And it's AoE, so of course you can be hitting everyone. Of course, the amount you heal is increased. I didn't realise that. The actual amount you heal was increased. I thought it was 15% every time. I didn't realise. That's cool. I'm pretty sure this card actually got his multiplier buffed slightly. Maybe it didn't, but maybe it did. I'm not too sure. Levi's ult is cancel buffs and stances, which is kind of nice nowadays. You do have stance characters a lot. You've got Chandler, you've got Queen Diane, you've got Arthur. They're always good. It's always good to have a cancel buffs and stances, especially with a very high multiplier that can go all the way to 945, which isn't an actual too bad percent for a card that has no skill, but does have cancel buffs and stances, which is also very nice. On to his passive now, which is attacking the enemy with the lowest percentage of HP results in a critical strike. Activates either when attacking the last remaining enemy, or when there are two enemies with the same amount of HP, that is 2 or more. If you use a Despair card, immediately you will crit everyone, guaranteed. Of course, people may take different damages depending on if they have type advantage, disadvantage, if they're darkness, if they got damage reduction, depending on their substats, all that kind of stuff. So AoEing turn 1 is probably not the best play, mainly because you won't know who's the lowest, of course, unless you attack with a different character to guarantee that one character will be lower. Onto his relic now, which is increase the hero's crit damage by 20% for every orb in the hero's ultimate gauge. What this means is he can gain an extra 100% crit damage. That puts him at 334 plus the 2 times crit damage, which puts you at 668% crit damage when using a spike skill, which is very high. Bear in mind he's got very good pierce rate already. His attack isn't the best, but it's still not too bad. Onto gear next, of course, got attack rate down. For Levi, I just think he's built to be a DPS. I also do have a rare HTB defense set, which is just the CC when I switch off gears. Because I don't have two gear sets for Levi. I've only got one, and I have rare gear on the other one just to ensure that they have quite high CC, because that's what I'm like when pushing CC. But overall, attack rate down is definitely what he wants. He's a insane DPS. He's good for PvE. You know, you want to match it up with Eris, Grey Rat, the free person from Jobless Reincarnated. You've then got Kizuna, who was also free, he matches up well with. You've then got new Mikasa, he matches up well with. You know, all of these characters he matches up well with and could be very good for farming. He's currently the best farming team for farming the Colossal Titan. Does require you to have Levi. High ult level is nice to have. I was lucky on my first time summoning on AOT. Back when it originally came out back in 2020, I bought 2 copies of him, and in the recent one, I bought 2 copies of old Eren, 1 copy of Mikasa, which I then traded in to get the new Eren. I pulled the new Levi in 300, and then I just gave this dupe straight into Levi because it was always nice to have. Outfits wise, these are all the free ones. You've got his normal one. You've then got this event like armored medieval one. You've got his normal scout regiment outfit. You've got these 2 free weapons. This one kind of looks clean. I'm not gonna lie. And then you've got 3 headgears for free. So all you'd really need to buy you would have to buy all 3 just to get the weapons. But it is possible to get 5 weapons, 5 outfits, 5 headgears if you wanted to have the maximum CC for him and use him to his max potential. Attack, he gets very good attack, average defense, and average HP from his relic, but the attack is always nice, and the relic itself does look very, very clean. I will say this about all the Attack on Titan relics, they all look very nice, they've got a lot of work into them, I like all the effects. And I think all of them are slightly unique in a way. I'm not too sure, I haven't looked in the most detail, all I know is that they do look all slightly unique. But overall, I think he definitely has a big play in one-shotting people in the future, maybe taking over from Rudius. Rudius, he's okay, but I do think that, you know, Levi is free, so he's a much better option. He's a lot less exclusive than Rudius. Well, he is exclusive, but a little bit less, because you don't have to pay diamonds to get him. And the team you can build for it with him has been all from free characters. Kizuna was free, Eris was free, Levi was free. All you need is a back unit. You don't have to use Mikasa, you can use other characters as well. You've got Jenna, who recently just got a relic. You've got Ragbarn, Death Pierce, all these other characters that you could use as a back character if you wanted to. Overall, he's a very good character, and I highly recommend you leveling him up, because he might be used in future content. Or not used, but it might be nice to have in future content. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.